Alright folks, I'm back again. Today I'm going to be doing some grilled Mahi Mahi fillets with a hatch pepper coulis. I'm going to do some grilled corn and grilled baked potatoes as well. It's the end of August in South Texas, which means it's hatch pepper time. And this time of year you can find hatch pepper anything. It's all over the place and it's so good. Now it's early on in the day. I'm not even close to starting to grill yet, but I have the time. So I want to get these peppers ready to go for my coulis. And what I need to do is I need to de-skin them. I need to peel them. So I'm going to put them on the stove top and char the skin until it's blackened. I tried to buy hatch peppers that were flat. You'll notice all these are flat. A lot of hatch peppers are curled up, but these ones are flat to make it easier for me to lay them down on the stove top. You want to cook them over the open flame until they're blistering, like this. But you want them blistering all over. So you can take them and kind of just hold them with your tongs. Any part that's not blackened won't peel. So you want to make sure to blacken all of the pepper. Alright, I'm almost done here. It's been about 5 to 10 minutes. Be careful doing this on your stove top. These flames are super hot. I just burned all the hair off of my right fingers doing this. But it's almost like roasting a marshmallow. Hold it with your tongs, get it in there, make sure all of it gets blackened. Then once it's blackened, take them off. Put them in a bowl and wrap them in saran wrap or put them in a Tupperware and seal them up for 5 minutes. A while back I was at my local Ace Hardware and I picked up one of these complimentary Big Green Egg lifestyle cookbooks. As I don't cook with a big green egg, I started flipping through here and I found this coulis recipe. And it was actually put on Mahi Mahi and it was made with yellow peppers, but I've used that as a basis for many different coulis ever since I picked this magazine up. You can really get creative with them. It was a chef named Michael Howell who put the coulis recipe in this book. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to take one of the peppers out. Cut off the top. Cut off the bottom. Slice it down the middle. I'm going to remove the seeds with my chef knife here. Push them off to the side. Now that it's flat, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to use the back side of my chef knife and I'm going to scrape off the skin. And if you've charred the skin enough, this should be a nice, easy process for you. If you haven't, it's going to be a struggle. Very important to make sure that you blacken all the skin. Alright, I've peeled them all. Now I'm just going to rough chop them. Put them into my Cuisinart food processor, one of my most utilized cooking items. Thank you, Mom. Alright, I've added the juice of 1 lime, half a teaspoon of sugar, pinch of salt. All my peppers are in there. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to remove the center top. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of half and half. Got some olive oil here. I'm going to add, while it's blending, 1/4 cup of olive oil. let that blend up until it's a smooth puree. I let it puree for about another 20 seconds, and I'm going to taste it here. I like its consistency, nice and thick. Give it a taste and see if it needs anything. Oh my goodness. That's the first time I've ever made this. That is phenomenal. It's got some heat to it. That lemon juice really gives it a nice pop. I mean, the lime juice gives it a nice pop. Man, that is really good. These baked potatoes are going to cook for about an hour on 350 degrees. So it's just about 3:30 now. So I'm going to go ahead and light this up. I've got a Weber cube down in the middle, surrounded by some Royal Oak hardwood charcoal. I'll leave the bottom vents wide open and leave the lid open for a few minutes here until the cube has burnt out. It's been a few minutes and the cube has burnt out. I'm going to cook these on indirect heat. I'm going to go ahead and put the stone on. I'm going to put the grate on. Close the lid. And I'm going to put the vents about halfway, top and bottom at this point, until it approaches about 300, and then I'll shut it down a little bit. Okay, I scrubbed these down with a vegetable brush, took a paring knife and cut out any of the eyes or any of the bad spots, rubbed them with olive oil, put some sea salt on them. Now I'm going to wrap each one of them up with some heavy-duty aluminum foil. It's 4 o'clock, and we're right at 350. Burp it a few times, and on with the potatoes. These are going to go for about an hour, so you can easily insert a toothpick in and out. I'm going to shut it back down. I just put the potatoes on, and then I put 6 tablespoons of table salt, 6 tablespoons of granulated white sugar into a gallon Ziploc freezer bag, and I put 1 quart of cold water in there. This is the brine for the Mahi Mahi. I'm just going to shake it up until it's dissolved.
So it looks like one word. Okay.
That was 1.5 pounds of skin-on Mahi Mahi. I cut it up into 3 pieces, one for the kids and one for Mama and I. And I'm going to put this back in the refrigerator and let it brine for about 40 minutes. Alright, I've got 4 pieces of corn here. I'm going to prepare them for the grill. I'm working with one hand. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to cut the end off. And then I'm going to shuck it down so it's down to the most inner layer. So that's it. Shuck down to the most inner layer. So there's 1 layer of husk left. Alright, it's time to light up the Weber to get ready for the Mahi Mahi. I've got about 4 quarts of Royal Oak charcoal down there and a Weber cube. And if my lighter will light, I'm going to light it up. Bottom vents are wide open. And I'm going to let these go until they all turn gray. Should be about 20-25 minutes. Alright, it's been in the brine for about 40-45 minutes. I'm going to take out the fish. I'm going to thoroughly rinse each piece. And dry them off with paper towels. While I was at H-E-B today, I found this Hatch Green Chili Seasoning by Old Thompson. It's just straight up Hatch chilies. And I'm going to sprinkle it on Mama and Papa's. All right, they're ready for the grill. All right, the coals on the Weber for the fish and the corn have been on for about 25 minutes, and they're looking pretty good. I'm going to make a single level fire and distribute these coals evenly. On with the grate. Bottom vents are wide open still. Open up the top vents and let that grate heat up for 5 minutes. Okay, it's been 1 hour on the potatoes. Take a toothpick, see what we got. I think they need some more time. And I've got time, so I'm probably going to leave them on for another 15-20 minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Pop the lid off. I'm going to scrape it down. And after scraping it down, I'm going to put some paper towels into some vegetable oil. I'm going to give the grate a good wipe down. And I'm going to put the fish on. Skin side down. And I'm going to put the corn on. Beautiful. Fish is going to go for 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Alright, I just poured myself a cold beer. I'll come outside and take a peek at what I've got going on here. First I'll check the fish. I want the bottom to be nice and blackened. That's looking good. I'm going to give it another minute. Check the corn. The corn I'm going to rotate 4 times. That looks good like that, so I'm going to rotate it to the next quadrant there. We'll leave these going for a little bit. That one I can turn. It's been another minute, about 3 minutes in total. I'm going to flip this mahi so that the flesh side is down. Check on the corn. Alright, don't want to forget about the potatoes here. I'm still going at 350. At this point they've been on for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I guess there were some fairly large potatoes. So, let me stick a toothpick in them now. See where we're at. Yeah. I feel done. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull them off. It's been 3 or 4 more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take a fork and just see what I got in here. You really don't want it to be translucent at all. You want it to be cooked through. And that looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and pull off the fish. That's what you get for not using a spatula. Keep turning the corn here. You're going to hear a little snap, crackle, and pop as it cooks away, but I'd rather have the corn be a little overdone than underdone in my experience. I just brought the fish inside to rest. I've taken the coulis out of the refrigerator and I put it into a small saucepan on the stove here. And I'm going to fire it up to a nice low and warm it up. Corn is looking beautiful. Smells unreal. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull the corn off. All said and done, the corn's been on for probably 10 or 11 minutes. Wow, everything is gorgeous. I laid down some of the coulis on the plate, put the fish right on top, garnished it with some parsley, cut open the potato, they're perfectly cooked. Put some butter, salt, pepper, cheese, sour cream, some fresh green onion garnish. Corn looks beautiful with some butter, salt, and pepper on it. With a nice cold beer, What the Hatch from No Label Brewery right here in Katy. All right, y'all. Till next time, happy grilling. Enjoy.